New intro. So much love and appreciation to those of you who have been with me for the 2 year period plus that I've been doing this. Thank you for showing your love and support to the channel. And to anybody else who is brand new to the platform and you would like to support the channel, also, you can do it by way of Patreon, Anchor, the clothing store, and also the shoe shop that is listed in the comment description below. And again, thank you to any and all of you guys who have been here to support this channel during the 2+ year period. I wouldn't be able to do what I do every single day without you. Pakistani father has been arrested on suspicion of taking the life of a 7-day-old baby girl because he wanted his firstborn to be a boy. The incident has led to public outcry and condemnation, and once again brought attention to the unrelenting issue of female infanticide, the deliberate taking the life of a female in developing nations. The newborn baby was named Jannat, meaning heaven in Urdu, was injured 5 times on Monday at her home in Central City. The father of the child allegedly entered the home and ordered his wife to hand over the child before taking the baby's life. The father, who has been married for 2 years, then fled the scene only to be arrested on Thursday in a nearby district. In some parts of Pakistan, tribal custom means that baby girls can be considered an insult to manhood. The young child's maternal uncle had launched a formal complaint against the father. Quote, a baby girl was born and he was infuriated, referring to the father. The relative stated that the father had not returned to the family home after discovering his wife had given birth to a baby girl and refused to accept her. The uncle stated that the father entered the family home where relatives had gathered and ordered his wife to hand over the baby to him. The uncle then claims that he tried to take the baby girl away from the father, but that the suspect had pointed a weapon at him and other relatives and threatened them if they moved in closer. So let's get this straight. Dude was married for about a few years, ended up having a child, and then the child ended up being a little girl. Now, due to their culture or whatever their beliefs are, having a girl is seen as being weak, or I guess something is wrong with you, when realistically a child is a child, right? No child, asks to be here, right? They come through by way of two consenting adults that decide that they want to unify at one time or another, and then bam, the child is born, right? The child is conceived, right? The child is brought in by way of 9 months. But even with all of that understanding and all of that knowledge, right? And also with the technology that we have at this moment in time where genetically people can actually go in and swap things over. He was like, "Nah, I'm not going to accept this. Nah, this ain't gonna be on me. I'm going to sit up there. We're going to start anew. We're going to act like this never happened at all." And he even went to the fact of threatening, right, his wife, who just recently gave birth and who was in the hospital, and also the family members that were also in the home as well, all because he felt a certain type of way, as if having a little girl is an attack directly on his manhood, right? Like I said before, it's not kids doing this to kids. It's grown adults who know better. But because you have quote unquote grown adults, or as I like to call them, grown children with somewhat adult responsibilities, this is how you have incidences like this where you have men like him who are in the regions that he's in who decide that, hey, I'm not going to take this L. I'm going to sit up there and start anew, and I wish somebody would, right? But the reasons why, right, things like this are able to persist is because of the people who are in power. If you have people in power that have the exact same belief systems, then that enables people who don't have that power to enable and have that same exact belief system and do whatever it is that they want to do. Like I said, I've covered quite a few stories dealing with quote unquote the Middle East and dealing specifically with men doing this either to women or to the children directly over there. And as I've stated before, there's a lot of silence. A lot of people who tend to say that they care about women, that care about women's lives, that care about children and their lives. A lot of them seem to be silent when the topic is directly on other cultures, other ethnicities, other areas. But yet, quote unquote, if you care about kids, you should 100% care about kids. You shouldn't be out here just on a few stories, and then wishing certain things on certain groups. And then when it comes to yours, you're like, oh man, that's terrible. That's sad. And da 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 da. But then when it comes to other groups of children, like I said, kids don't, like I said before, this is what I need adults to do. I need y'all to learn how to start separating stuff because I've seen quite a few comments even on my platform where people are like, "Well, I don't care. Why should I care?" Next, all this. Well, like I said before, you can clearly see the title. You can clearly see the picture. If you feel that this is not a story for you, skip the video. I don't need you to watch it. Like I said, for me, I'm tired of seeing ignorant comments from grown adults who should actually know better. Like I said, there's a time and a place for all of your animosity and all of your anger, right? Keep that with the adults. Don't bring that directly to kids, to babies who did nothing at all. Like I said, you leaving comments like that is almost in the same realm as the individual who decided to commit the crime because that individual didn't care about the child's life at all. Neither do you. So, like I said, y'all both in the same box. The only difference is he sat up there and made an actual action. He has to live by that. You still have time to sit up there. Hey, let me just, go back on my thinking. Let me go retrain myself real quick. Let me go work on myself real quick. But like I said, a lot of y'all don't want to do that because you feel that however you believe is completely fine and dandy when realistically it's not. The moment in time that you're stating that you don't care what happens to, in a sense, another child because of however your feelings are, yo, that's bad. I'm just gonna let you know. That's bad at the end of the day. That is 100% bad. Like I said, I advocate for kids. For kids. That means general. That because adults at the end of the day, meaning in general, adults at the end of the day are the main ones that cause the utmost harm to children. This is why this needs to get highlighted. This is why this needs to get talked about. It's just a shame that you don't have enough grown adults who are actually on the same page. It's a shame. But like I said before, the moment in time that stuff starts hitting a little bit too close to home, that's when people want to sit up there and start listening. That's when people want to start getting active. That's when people want to start moving. That's when people want to, like I said, but by that time it's too late. You should have already been doing that before, the incidents showed up. But like I said, you can't tell a lot of people something in common sense ain't all too common. But anyways, let me know what you guys think about this video and everything that I listed in the comment description below. And as always, peace, love, and stay tuned for the next video.